Get ready to explore the incredible achievements that have shaped sporting history. Join us as we explore the best sporting world records, from feats of mind-blowing athleticism to jaw-dropping accomplishments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date, and give a thumbs up right away with all the fantastic moments yet to come. Number 10. Yelena Isinbayeva in pole vault. Yelena Isinbayeva is widely regarded as one of the best athletes to ever compete in the sport of pole vaulting. She entered the 2004 Olympic Games with 20 world records, 9 of which she set in 2005, and she went practically unblemished in the competition. It is stated that Emma George revolutionized the sport of pole vaulting in the late 1990s by increasing the world record for the event from 4.23 meters to 4.60 meters in just 4 years. Isinbayeva, on the other hand, became the champion of champions in July of 2005 when she broke the record for the 5-meter distance, becoming the first woman to do so. A month later, she reached 5.01 meters. This record should absolutely be considered one of the top 10 greatest world records in sports and deserves to be there. Number 9. Yohan competing in the javelin. Yohan javelin accomplished a remarkable throw of 104.80 meters in 1984 when the wind was blowing strongly. On that day, Yohan established a new record by being the first man in history to throw the javelin further than 100 meters. Along with that, he also established one of the top 10 greatest world records in the field of sports with this one. This is an extremely uncommon world record. Because of what came after it, this record is now considered an eternal world record. Because of the unexpectedly large distance that the javelin covered, the International Association of Athletics Federations, IAF, decided to alter the javelin so that it would intentionally underperform. Number 8. The 100-meter dash was won by Florence Griffith Joyner. Florence Griffith Joyner, an American sprinter, won 3 gold medals in the Olympic Games in 1988. Her victories came in the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, and the 4x100-meter relay. The entire world was taken aback when she set a new record in the 100-meter dash with a time of 10.49 seconds while competing in the quarterfinals of the United States Olympic trials. She had done a 10.60 earlier in the day, which if the winds hadn't been in her favor would have been deemed a record. However, the winds were in her advantage. One of the most astounding things that has ever been accomplished in the sport of athletics was shattering the world record by an incredible 0.17 seconds. In addition to that, it is currently ranked as one of the top 10 greatest world records in the field of sports. Number 7. In the pole vault, Sergey Bubko was dominant. In his lengthy career, Sergey Bubko managed to shatter the world record for the pole vault an astounding 35 times. In 1994, he established a new world record by clearing a height of 6.14 meters. He was also the first guy to clear 6 meters and the first person to clear 6.10 meters. The year 2001 marked Sergey Bubko's official retirement. Since he established that record, it has continued to serve as a significant benchmark throughout the history of the pole vault. In addition to that, it is currently ranked as one of the top 10 greatest world records in the field of sports. Number 6. The decathlon was won by Roman Sebrle. The first person to ever earn more than 9,000 points in the decathlon was Roman Sebrle in 2001, when he set a new world record with a score of 90.26. To set the record straight, the decathlon is a type of sports competition that consists of 10 separate events. He was particularly notable for his performances in the high jump and javelin. In 2007, 6 years after the initial incident, when he was resting, a javelin suddenly appeared out of nowhere and punctured his right shoulder, penetrating 12 centimeters deep into his arm. Almost soon, it was removed, and following his recovery, later that same year, Sebrle went on to triumph at the World Championships held in Osaka. Number 5. Running the marathon is Paula Radcliffe. She competed in 7 marathons, of which she won 6 of them and established new records in 5 of them. As a result, she is widely regarded as the best woman to ever compete in the marathon distance. Radcliffe has 4 of the 5 fastest times in history, and in the London Marathon of 2003, she set an astonishing world record by running the race in 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 25 seconds, which is over 3 minutes quicker than any other female athlete has ever raced. Radcliffe has won 4 of the 5 fastest times in history. She competed in the Olympic Games in 2004, carrying the title of Great British Hope. However, she withdrew from the competition at some point after hearing a variety of unfavorable comments about his decision to stop running. Radcliffe went on to win the New York Marathon in 2004. She ran the 10,000 meters in a time of 31:09, which is the European record and places her second overall behind Wayne Junqia's world record of 29:31:78. Number 4. Jarmiela Cradova in the role of 800 meters. Marita Koch, a runner from the Czech Republic who competed in the 400 meters, experienced success later in her life. She attended a local competition in Munich as an 800-meter runner on a whim in 1983 and ended up setting the world record with a timing of 1:53:28 at the competition. This achievement occurred in 1983, awed by the accomplishments she had achieved at her age. 10 days later, Koch made the decision to push himself even farther and run in both the 400-meter and 800-meter events at the World Championships. She set a new world record in the 400-meter dash with a time of 47.99 seconds, and she also easily won the 800 meters. Even though Koch was able to break a record for the 400 meters in 1985 with a time of 47.60, the mark she set for the 800 meters is still the one that has stood the longest in the history of sports. Number 3. The long jump was won by Bob Beeman. At the Olympic Games held in Mexico City in 1968, Bob Beeman accomplished something that appeared to be physically impossible. After the performance, Beeman himself fell to his knees, covered his face with his hands, and eventually needed assistance getting back up on his feet. Beeman was told by the reigning Olympic champion from Great Britain, Lynn Davies, that she had destroyed this event. Since then, the term Beemanesque has come to be used to characterize extraordinary accomplishments in track and field competitions. He had jumped an unbelievable distance that was 8.9055 centimeters longer than the previous world record. In addition to that, it may now be counted as one of the top 10 greatest world records in the field of sports. Number 2. The triple jump was won by Jonathan Edwards. Jonathan Edwards, a British athlete, made history in 1995 by being the first man to legally clear 18 meters with a jump of 18.16 meters. That was something he accomplished at the World Championships in Gothenburg. However, the record stood for around 20 minutes before it was broken by his second jump of 18.29 meters. Kenny Harrison was another man who successfully completed the 18-meter hurdles lawfully, while Edwards had successfully completed the hurdles legally 4 times: 18.00, 18.01, 18.16, and 18.29. This one is now officially ranked among the top 10 greatest world records in the sport of its respective discipline. Number 1. The legendary Roger Bannister in the mile. Bannister accomplished the seemingly impossible by running the British mile in 4 minutes and 3 seconds in the year 1953. Unfortunately for him, Australian John Landy made even more improvement later that year, posting a time of 4:20. He beat his time by 2 seconds. Bannister was not prepared to give up his fearsome position, so on May 6, 1954, at Iffley Road Track in Oxford, during a meet between British AAA and Oxford University, he set a record by crossing the finish line in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. There were 3,000 people in attendance to watch him break the record. Norris McWhirter, the announcer for the race at the stadium, was known for famously teasing the crowd by postponing the mention of the time of the lengthy announcement. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, here is the result of Event 9, the 1 mile. First, No. 41, R.G. Bannister, Amateur Athletic Association, and formerly of Exeter and Merton Colleges, Oxford, with a time which is a new meeting and track record, and it was 3 o'clock. Thank you for watching. To ensure that you never miss out on our newest material, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Till then, keep exploring and being curious.